Hey, welcome to the third lesson of the course. So we just finished creating the 3D text. We have four objects: the text, fill, and stroke, and the objects fill and stroke. So we are finished with the most complex part of the course. Now, if you take a look at how it looks on the render preview with Ctrl and R, you can see that we have something which is really plain and really lame because it doesn't have any colors, it doesn't have any lights, it doesn't have any materials or anything, so it's looking really plain right now. So we need to fix that. We need to create a nice lighting, and we need to create a background for this text. So in this lesson we're going to create the studio, which is really just a simple box, a white box, that we're going to use as some sort of a studio for our text. And the reason that we're going to do that is because when we start creating the lights, I want these lights to bounce on a box that we're going to create so that we can see the lights surrounding all of these objects. So let's go and let's create a plane. Go to create object, plane, and now I want this studio to be kind of big, so I'm going to increase the size of this plane by clicking here on this yellow dot. I'm going to increase the x-axis of this plane, make sure it's big enough, and then I'm going to increase on the z-axis like that. Let's see, I think this may be okay. Yeah, this is fine. Now I'm going to create the walls for this studio. This is the floor. You can call this floor if you want. And now I'm going to create a duplicate here with Ctrl C and Ctrl B, and now this will be the first wall. So I'm going to change the rotation on B. You can see the rotation on HPB. Now I'm going to change the B. I'm going to move it to 90 degrees so that it's completely straight, and I'm going to move it here and take it to the left. Alright, now we have our first wall. You can call this left wall. I like to rename all the objects because that way I can find them easily if I need to find them. Alright, now duplicate this left wall with Ctrl C and Ctrl B and just take it to the right, and now we have the right wall. Now let's grab again our floor, and first we're going to copy and create a duplicate, and now I'm going to change the rotation on P again to 90 degrees. Alright, now place it here on top, and I'm going to move this to the back. Alright, this is fine. Now this can be back wall, and we're going to create a duplicate, and this duplicate we will bring it to the front, and this will be our front wall. Now of course we have a problem now, because now we can see the objects because this front wall is on the way. So we can just turn off the front wall for now, but if we do that, when we hit the render preview, we can see the wall. So that's a bit of a problem because we need this wall for the lights to bounce on the studio, because otherwise the studio won't work. So what I'm going to do is to turn on this front wall, but I'm going to basic here, basic tab on attributes panel, and here on visible on editor, right now it's on, so I'm going to click on off. Now we can see it here on the editor, but if we hit render preview, it's there. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, now finally we're going to create the ceiling. Just duplicate the floor and bring it to the top. So now we have a little box here, which is the studio. Okay, now finally I'm going to take my objects. In fact, I'm going to take this extrude, a right click, and select on group objects so that I have only one object for all of them. And now we can rename this as typography 3D. Alright, now I'm going to take this object and I'm going to rotate it here on coordinates, and I'm going to rotate it on the P axis. I'm going to rotate it to minus 90 degrees so that it's laying down here on the floor. Now you can see that right now it's floating, so we need to open the top view, the front and the right view, and you can see that if you click on the floor, this is the floor and this is our object. So we need to bring this object here right on the floor. Alright, now go back again to our perspective, and now we have the object here on the floor. So that's it for now. If you want, you can take all of these objects and make a group with them. Let's call this studio, and that's it. Of course, right now it doesn't look any better because we don't have any lights here, but we will get there on the next lesson. So let's go.